Okay, sit yourself onto your lift and come into a good cross-legged position. Just ensure that you feel even at the seat bones and level, which is the same thing. So even and level, or just even, or all of those things. So just have a little wriggle about, make sure that there is levelness where there needs to be, and then hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest, and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. So to look down at the floor, look at something that isn't moving. Focus on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. Soften your jaw, soften your tongue, soften your throat. Quietening the brain by keeping your eyes still in the sockets. Just release your hands, bring your hands into Namaste. Lengthen from your armpits into your elbows. And then with an exhalation, allow your eyes to gently close. Focus on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. Softening the jaw and the tongue and the throat. Take a deep inhalation and an exhalation, drawing your chin down to make contact with your chest lifting up to meet your chin with the chest. Spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something or someone or somewhere. Hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area. And then gently release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. And then raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open. And the focus to softly come back. Hold on to your knees, lift up into your chest, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the right side, drawing your abdomen across and your ribs and your shoulders. Come back to the centre. Hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest. Take a deep inhalation. And with an exhalation, turn to the left. And then gently come back to the centre. Come off. Your seat bones come down into Adho Mukha virasana, just to stretch out the spine. So keeping the seat bones down on your heels, stretch into the fingertips, stretch into the palms. Observe how your shins make contact with the mat. Press the shins into the mat. Lengthen from the knees into the toes so that the thighs become activated, and then push the seat bones down towards the heels. Come up onto your knees, turn your toes under, go into dandasana if you're not doing dog down, and then come up into Adho Mukha svanasana or go into dandasana. Just feel your body respond to the pose, feel where there is resistance, where there is freedom, where there is dullness. Drawing your attention inwards, drawing your attention into the physical body, using your breath as the conduit. Feel that you're working evenly, that the two legs are working in synchronicity, that they're working evenly with each other, evenly with the arms, evenly with the spine, that there is equal action on the left side and the right side. And then step your feet forwards, come up into the standing position. Bring your feet as wide apart as your mat. If you've got a bad back, then you can go halfway into half uttanasana, coming forward and having your fingers on the blocks. Otherwise, we can do full uttanasana. So just make sure that the outside edge of your feet line up precisely with the edge of your mat. Lift up into the chest, raise your arms up, extend the spine, extend the heart area to the ceiling. Bring the thumb into the crease of the elbows. Wrap your thumbs around your elbows. Tighten your kneecaps. And then come forwards, hinging at the hips. And then hang down. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Lift the thigh bones. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards. Keep the legs determinedly active. Allow the body to hang down or extend forwards deeply if you're in half uttanasana. Okay, release your hands down to the floor if you're in full uttanasana. Come up onto the fingertips, just come into half uttanasana. Using the blocks or the bringing your hands onto the shins if you can't reach the floor. And then bring your hands into your hips. Come up into a standing position. And then come into Tadasana. Come into Tadasana. Just move the blocks out of the way if they're there. Lift up into the chest. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Put your arms out nice and wide in towards your chest, and then step or jump, go wide for prasarita, padottanasana. Bring your heels in line with the edge of the mat, and then you know that your heels are in line with each other. Turn your toes in and then straighten your legs, tighten your kneecaps. Lift the abdomen up to the diaphragm, up to the collarbone, winging the elbows towards each other, and then come forwards, hinging at the hips. Come forwards all the way down. If you can't reach, then use blocks underneath your hand. But whichever you do, be on fingertips rather than the heels of the hands. Push the fronts of the legs through to the backs of the legs. Tilt the tailbone up to the ceiling like you're doing the cow pose. Lift the chin and the chest forwards. Keep the head extended. Keep the head almost magnetically attracted to the ceiling. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Listen to the breath. Turn your left toes in slightly, your right leg and foot all the way out, and then walk your hand over to the right leg. Straighten both legs. Bring your right hand onto your hip, right hand onto the shin, the left hand onto the hip, and then turn the chest out and upwards. And then reach up, coming into trikonasana. So it should be, if you were doing a wide enough prasarita padottanasana, it should be a wider trikonasana than maybe you're familiar with. So I don't usually go this wide, but on this occasion it can be a really nice way to stretch out the legs. Just feel that you can straighten those legs, lift up into the chest, turn the chest up to face the ceiling, keep the head looking upwards if you can, or look forwards or down. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Turn the front leg from the inside out. Okay, bring the top hand down onto the floor, bring both hands back to the center, and then reset in the middle. So if that didn't feel wider than you would normally go, step the feet a little bit wider apart. Be daring with your prasarita. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Turn the right toes in, the left leg and foot all the way out, and then walk yourself over to that left leg. Straighten the left leg, bring the left hand onto the shin, bring the right hand onto the hip, and then just turn the chest. Turn the chest. Feel the extended length of the pose, and then reach up. Keep the legs straight, tighten in the kneecaps. Listening to the breath, turning the chest up to face the ceiling. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, just taking it nice and gently. So it should feel reasonably intense in the legs. Just keep the breath soft, keep the jaw soft, keep the tongue soft. And then release the arm down, bend the knee if you need to, and then come back to the center, come back to prasarita. Straighten the legs, push the fronts of the legs through to the backs of the legs, turn the fronts of the thighs inwards, lifting the seat bones to the ceiling, projecting the chin and the chest forwards. If there's any reason why you shouldn't bring your head down lower than your heart, just stay at this stage. Otherwise, hinge at the hips and then bring the head down onto the floor. Keep the legs really firm, whatever pose you continue to do. Keep the legs straight, push the fronts of the legs through to the backs of the legs. Keep the seat bones and the tailbone lift into the ceiling. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, lengthening your shoulders away from your ears. You can always put a block under your head if it doesn't reach. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then lift your head. Bring the heels of the hands down onto the floor. Bend your knees and then step or jump your feet back together. And then come up into Tadasana. Just listen to the breath. And then raise your arms up. Maintaining your Tadasana from the feet. Bringing your arms either parallel or wider. Keep your arms straight. Straight arms are the priority. So if you bring your elbows or you bring your arms parallel but you can't straighten your arms, bring them wider. I have to go wider because I don't have enough ceiling height. It's just to straighten the arms. And then release your arms and then come back into Tadasana. Just reset your Tadasana. Tighten the kneecaps, turn the fronts of the legs inwards, tuck the tailbone in. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Listening to the breath. Just fill in your lungs from the bottom to the top and empty in your lungs from the top to the bottom. Stretch your arms out in front, interlock your fingers, turn the palms all the way out and then raise your arms over your head. Padottanasana, keeping the webbing of the hands as deep as you can, keeping the thumbs together as closely as you can. Release your arms, swap the interlock of the fingers, and then turn your palms all the way out, raise your arms over your head. shoulders. Bring your feet hip width apart, turn your toes in. If you've got a bad back and you're not hanging down all the way into full uttanasana, then you can come forwards, bring your hands onto like a tabletop or back of a chair or windowsill, and then extend forwards this way. Otherwise, or you can bring your hands onto the wall. Otherwise, bring your feet at least hip width apart, turn in the toes in, raise your arms up, hook the thumbs into the crease of the elbows, and then hang down. Just drawing the upper body down to the floor, feeling that you stretch out the back. Keeping the legs really firm and activated. Listening to the breath. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, stretching out the back, hitting the shins back so that your weight is in your heels. Don't stay like this for too long, and we just go into half uttanasana. That's it, with the blocks if you need to. And then bring your hands to the floor, come into half uttanasana. From here, we're going to walk into dog down. If you're not doing dog down, then come up into a standing position and go into supta baddha, lay down, or you can do dandasana if you prefer, or supta baddha, laying on your back, feet together, knees apart. Otherwise, walk your hands towards the end of your mat, have your hands shoulder width apart this time, and have the feet hip width apart. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. So from here, we're going to go into rajakapotasana, into the pigeon pose. So if you're not doing it from dog down, then what you're going to do instead is you're going to do it from all fours, just having the knees on the floor, underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders, and then you just follow the rest of the instructions as normal. Otherwise, we'll do that from dog down. So if you're doing it on all fours, if you're not doing dog down, just find your neutral position and then bend the right knee forwards, bring the right knee in contact with the right wrist, and then stretch the left leg away. Come up onto your fingertips. Turn that back leg into hadasana. Turn in the front of the leg inwards so that the back of the leg goes outwards so that the hips become level beyond the fingertips, and lift from the abdomen up to the diaphragm, up to the collarbone, up to the chin, pushing the knees away from each other. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Maintaining the levelness of the hips. Bring the palms back down. Turn your left toes in, walk in a little, and then either come back onto all fours or push yourself back up into dog down. Just observe your energy. Observe the balance of action. Bend your left knee, bring the left knee forwards to make contact with the left wrist, bringing the left foot underneath the right thigh, stretching that right thigh away, come up onto the fingertips. Turn that back leg so that the hips come level. And then lengthen from the abdomen, consciously up to the diaphragm, up to the collarbone. And if there's no problem with it, raising your head, you can raise your chin. But if that makes you feel discomfort, maybe in the breath or in the throat, then just have the head looking forwards. Don't try and overdo the neck. And then bring the palms back down onto the floor, turn the toes under that back leg. And then either go back onto all fours, or come up into dog down. In dog down, just feel how the hips feel even. If you're on all fours, go down into Adho Mukha Virasana, sitting back on your heels, stretching forwards. And then everyone come down onto your knees, sit back on your heels and stretch forwards into Adho Mukha Virasana. Just stretching out your back. Keep the arms firmly activated. Each moment has an opportunity to extend a little more deeply. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then push yourself up onto sitting back on your heels, lift up into the chest. Just observe the energy around the shoulders and the chest and the neck and the head. Drawing that energy down into the torso and the legs. Okay. Bring yourself to sit on a lift. So you can sit on the cushion that you start with, or you can sit on the end of a bolster, or sit on a block. But the cushion that we start off with is, or the height that you usually start off with, is generally good. So we can do siddhasana. So just roll over, move buttock flesh out to the side. Extend into the legs and then lift up into the chest. So have the backs of your thighs free of the lift. So just adjust until the backs of the thighs are free from the lift. And then bring your legs apart. So we're not going to do konasana, but it's a good kind of starting point for konasana. Just roll onto the front edge of the seat bones. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips into the floor. Just take some deep inhalations, deep exhalations. And get your hand into the back of the left foot and then bring that foot in towards the body. The top of the foot on the floor, the heel pointing upwards and in line with the belly button. Then bend the other leg, pointing the toes and bringing that foot in front of the other one, the two heels in line, again the top of the foot on the floor. If at this stage your knees don't come onto the floor, then just kind of shuffle forwards off your lift a little bit more so that you can bring your knees down. If that doesn't work, you can just sit a little bit higher, have more height. So you can just stay with your feet like this, or you can post the toes through the calf and the thigh, and then you reach through, get hold of the big toe, and then pull that through until it kind of binds into the calf. And hold onto your knees and lift up into the heart area. Just observe how well you can lift when you are sitting in this position. Spend a few moments just listening to the breath. Draw your chin forwards and down. You can always just do normal cross legs as well, Andrew, if you need to. Bring the chin forwards to make contact with the chest. Lift your chest up to meet your chin. Jalandhara Bandha. So continue to take some deep in breaths, some deep out breaths. Filling the lungs from the bottom to the top. And then incorporate Mula Bandha. Raising the anal sphincter upwards towards the diaphragm region. Keep your eyes closed and just focus on the breath. Fill the lungs from the bottom to the top and allow the breath to overflow into the arms, into the chest and into the legs. Feeling the energy of the breath overflowing from the top of the lungs and then exhaling from the top of the lungs to the bottom. Just letting the breath be natural, letting it flow evenly. If there's any reason why you shouldn't hold your breath, then just continue just lightly observing the breath without over controlling it. If it's okay to gently hold your breath at the top of the in-breath, take a deep inhalation and then just suspend that breath for a moment. No gripping in the diaphragm or around the throat. Just allowing that breath to absorb a little more, and then an exhalation. You're just holding, retaining the breath for a second. So just very briefly, never over holding, or just let the breath be free. So if you are doing the hold, it should never feel tension. It should just be a suspension of the breath where you're neither breathing in nor breathing out. But if there's any reason why you shouldn't, heart conditions, for example, or lung conditions, then just don't hold the breath at all, just breathe normally. Just bring the breath back to a normal rhythm. Release Mula Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. And then raise your head. Just observe the quietness of the brain, quietness of the breath. And then just stretch your legs out in front and just extend your legs away. Just pull in the toes towards your knees, lifting up into your chest. Just let the legs recover. So the ankles often feel like they need a little stretch after that. So just briefly, we'll do the other side, but just with normal breathing. Bring the right leg in first this time. Bring the top of the foot onto the floor. Bring the left leg in. Bring the top of the foot onto the floor. And then again, you can just post the toes if you want, or you can just stay with the toes unposted, just the two heels in line with each other. And then lift up into the chest. Lift up into the chest, look at something on the floor that doesn't move. And then draw your chin down to meet the chest. Raise the anal sphincter up to the diaphragm. And just for a few more cycles, just go back to either whatever breath you were doing before. So not holding if there is a heart condition or lung condition. Just filling the lungs from the bottom to the top. Emptying them from the top to the bottom. Otherwise, just gently suspend the breath at the top of the in-breath. Okay, and then release Mula Bandha, release Jalandhara Bandha, raise your head. And then just release the legs, extend the legs away, just shuffle onto your left a little if you've slipped a little. Bring the feet together, at least the big toes together, turn the thighs inwards, lift up into the chest, and then turn to the right side. Feel that the seat bones are evenly weighted as you turn. Come back to the center and then turn to the left. Parsva in dandasana. then come back to the centre. Come down onto your back and into supta padottanasana. So the soles of the feet are together, the knees are apart, the feet are close to the seat bones, and then rest your hands on your elbows. Just let gravity draw you down into the floor. If there's stiffness in your hips, put blocks on the outsides of your thighs. Consciously fill the lungs from the bottom to the top and empty them from the top to the bottom. So this doesn't become just completely passive. Just let the body rest into the floor, but keep the breath really engaged. Observe how the breath allows you to relax, especially the out breath. If there's an area of the body that is reluctant to relax, then push consciously your out breath into that region. Just raise your arms, interlock the fingers, turn the palms all the way out, and then extend your arms along the floor. If there's stiffness in your shoulders, put a folded blanket or some blocks underneath your feet just to support the shoulders. Otherwise, just allow the body to extend along the floor. Continuing to let the breath accommodate the body. With an out breath, release your arms, bring your knees together, just pull your knees in towards your chest, just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. Just bring a blanket underneath your head, stretch your legs out, just come up onto your elbows for a second, just observe that you're in a good straight line right down the centre of your mat, and then and your arms away from the body, just allow yourself to release into the floor. Just allowing the body to completely release into the floor, just letting the body become heavy by unhooking the muscles of the arms and the legs. Relaxing into the floor with each exhalation, allowing the exhalation to accommodate relaxation. And then when you're ready, wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, bring yourself back into this pose of shavasana. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Let's have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. And then roll over onto your right side, just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into a seated position. Just final cross legs with your hands in the mat, a final spinal lift. Drawing your breath in through your nose, down into the abdomen. And then draw your chin forwards, bring the chin down to meet the chest. Lift the chest up to meet the chin. Just spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then very gently release the backs of your hands down toward your knees, palms facing upwards. Bring the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb, just a gesture of wisdom and physical intelligence and peacefulness that we can carry into our day. And then gently raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open. And the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel as though you've really lifted your energy and given yourself some good positive energy to put into